Hello again. Today we're going to tie this red tag wet ply. It's quite an old fly, this one, as in it's been around for a long time. Still catches fish today as it did when it was first dreamt up. You can catch all sorts of things from trout and grayling to mullet. I've even had bass have a swipe at these. So we're going to take this one out of the vise and get on and tie one. So in the vise I'm going to put a heavyweight long shank style hook, and this is going to be size 12. Let's get that nicely straight in the vise. There we go. Thread is Uni 80 in black. It's not a difficult fly to tie at all, this. So we're going to start a little ways back from the eye, maybe an eye length. And we're just going to run the thread back in nice, neat, touching turns till I get by the barb. And now I'm going to tie in some red wool. This is just exactly that. It's just red wool. You can get it from any sort of haberdashery. We're going to catch that on a couple of turns, and we're going to trim it maybe half the length of the shank up there. And now we're going to tie in some gold wire. Again, full length of the body. Going to catch that on, and then we're going to run it up. Nice and neat, tying it all in. I'm just going to trim my wire. Right, now we're going to put in some peacock herl. So I'm going to take 3 strands of peacock herl. There's 2. Let's just get another one out of the packet. Come here, you little monkey. Struggling to get it out of the packet. Probably should have done this before I started the video. There we go. Right. So I'm just going to trim the ends to straighten them up, square them up. And I'm going to tie this in, whoops, there we go, on the way down. Catch it, run my thread back up. And now I'm just going to twist the rope up in my twist the herl up in my fingers to make a kind of rope. And now I'm going to wind this herl towards myself. I'm just going to come up, build that body. There we go. Right, and then I'm going to do a turn over to tie it off, a turn over the peacock herl, turn on the hook, because I've wound it towards myself. You've got to make sure you tie it off like that, otherwise the force of the thread going around will actually unwind it. And now we're going to take the wire up same way as I wind the thread, because that crosses the herl. It really ties it in well. Tie that in and then spin her off. Spin the wire off. Just going to have a little bit of tidy up of this area. And now this is a cheap Chinese, I think it is, or Indian, I think it's Chinese, hen cape. And I've just taken one of the little feathers from the bottom. I'm just going to trim off there. I'm just going to make sure I've got wax on the thread, and I'm going to tie this in with the good side of the feather, like the outside of the feather, facing myself. And I want about 4 turns of this. So I'm just going to catch it in a hackle plier, be easier for you to see what I'm doing. And now we're going to take it around. So there's 1, 2, there's 3. We're going to sweep all these fibres back. Whoops, let go with the hackle pliers. If that happens, which to be fair, it always does happen to me, heavy-handed I suppose, just take your time. So we're going to come up again. Sweep them fibres back, and then once you've got about 4 turns, we're going to catch it with the thread. A few turns, hold everything back, wind that, pick out the tip of that feather. You should, if you've tied it nice and tight, just be able to break that off as I did there. Just gonna put a little bit of varnish on the thread. I'm going to get my whip finish tool and holding the hackle out the way, I'm going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4's enough. I'm going to come up, tighten the thread up, trim, oh come here, trim that away, and there we have it. That is your basic red tag fly. It's meant to be a scruffy looking fly, and if you watch this channel a lot, you know I like my scruffy looking flies. But it's a great fly. Like I said, it catches fish today as much as it did back in the day when it was invented. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. The next video I'm going to do is going to be a dry fly version of this fly. And please like and subscribe to the channel, it really does help. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.